My name is Zachary White, and I am one of the new La Sportiva North American athletes. And today I'm going to be bringing you an unboxing of these new Olympus Mons Cube boots, also known as the new generation of Everest boots. So historically, the previous version of these boots, which were just called the Olympus Mons, were used to do any high altitude mountaineering climbing in the Himalayas, as well as Arctic crossings of the North and South Pole. And they're essentially boots that can take you anywhere on Earth that your feet can get you to. So my feet tend to run pretty cold. I have poor circulation issues with some of my toes. So I went out and bought the top of the line boots that you can get because I have an expedition coming up in June and into July in Mount Denali in Alaska. So I wanted something that's going to make sure my feet are on point, being warm all the way through the trip. They might even be too warm at certain points when we're at lower elevations, but I knew getting up into the summit, I wanted the warmest thing I could put on my feet. So I went out and bought a pair of these. So the sticker price on these boots on the La Sportiva North American website are $1,199 before tax. So like when you put it in your hand, like you can just see the quality on this thing. I mean, everything is just so well put together. The seams are beautiful. The grip, I mean, the bottom of the boot's beautiful. And it's not too heavy, to be honest. I would expect these boots to be like 10 pounds, like moon boots. But you can essentially just pick it up with your pinky. I mean, it's not that heavy. Especially when you're going on an expedition, you don't want something that's heavy on your feet because it's just gonna take a lot out of you. I run ultra marathons, and every little inch or tiny bit of weight, it just adds up and like can slowly bring you down. So to have these boots, it's such a lightweight. I'm just super excited to put them on, get them up the mountain. So before we get into it, I just want to let you know there's a link down in the description where you can go and check these boots out and check out La Sportiva in North America. And anything that you purchase through that link, I'll get a small commission, and that'll help fund my next expedition, help fund my next product review. Hopefully I'll have some more boots or some more shoes, and overall just help me fund my crazy adventures and share them with you. And you can also check out my Instagram, which is @ZachOnEverest. I'll provide a link right here or here or down below. So these boots come in a pretty big box because these boots are pretty big themselves. So what gives them all of their strength and durability, you can see that there's a lot of layers. There's 3 different layering systems, and all of that makes the boot a little bit bigger, but that doesn't mean it's heavy. So the standard weight of a pair of the Olympus Mons Cube boots are 37 ounces or 1,050 grams. And to put that in comparison, the previous version of this, which is the Olympus Mons, were 49.86 ounces or 1,413 grams. So that's a difference of about 12 ounces and maybe 75% of 1 pound. So they're getting up there towards almost a pound difference between the previous generation. 1 pound can wear on you a lot. That's why when you see ultra marathon runners, they're looking for the lightest shoe with the most durability. So La Sportiva really outdid themselves with lowering the weight on these while maintaining the warmth and efficiency. So La Sportiva advertises these boots for people that are doing high altitude mountaineering, going to ranges such as Alaska, Himalayas, and beyond. And they're saying that the Olympus Mons Cube offers the warmth and minimal weight for alpinists crossing the most barren and coldest expanses, or the highest and the coldest ranges on Earth. So from just the way they look on the outside, you can tell that these things are going to take you pretty far. So right here you can also see the place where your crampons can pop in, and it has these little ridges, as you can see here, as well as here, where they're going to be able to be hooked up to a crampon pretty easily. So once you've unzipped the boot, you're going to notice these 2 little knobs here. So they're calling this the dual boa closure system. So what essentially these do is if you pop them like this and then you twist, that's going to tighten the boot and give you the ability to never have to deal with a shoelace above like 10,000 feet, which is amazing because once you get higher and higher, you lose dexterity in your fingers, and you're also wearing thicker gloves, which also hinders the ability to tie your shoes effectively. So since there's two of them, this one works the top and then this one works the bottom. So it runs these little cable systems all the way down these boots, all the way down the boot, and then it locks things in, and you can get a really good feel for once your foot is actually in the boot. Say, okay, that feels a little tight, I'm gonna loosen it up a little bit. And then to loosen up, you actually simply just pop it, and then it's loose, and you just kind of weasel your foot out. So La Sportiva also has this unique corner zipper system, which is, they're using the YKK zipper. So you know the zipper's gonna be strong and it's gonna hold when you need it to, which is awesome. So this is gonna help you peel away your gaiter and not have it in the way when you're trying to fiddle with the front of the boot or the side of the boot. You're not gonna have it in your way. So that's really helpful as well. So La Sportiva also included a rubber front toe, what they're calling it the rubber rand front toe. And essentially it's just to protect your toe if you're knocking crampons into ice or if you're trying to gain traction. And this is just gonna help you protect your toe. One of the other unique features is La Sportiva included this little section here, which you can see is on both sides. And essentially what this is a ski trap. So if you are going to the Arctic Circle or if you're just going across really barren and cold land, you can hook these into like ski traps. And although I've never done it before, it would make it very efficient because you wouldn't have to have like your other boots or like specific ski boots designed for that. But please note that these are also not for downhill skiing. So it's only to go forward like across a flat land, maybe a little uphill. But you're not gonna be able to ski and clip in because there's no other like binding or anything to clip into down here in the back of the boot. So La Sportiva brought in ultrasonic welding and thermo taping of joints for the gaiter materials. And this provides a clean and seamless construction without any stitching. So if you look at the gaiter, you're not gonna have stitching because stitching has technically holes, and that means air can flow through those easily. So this is gonna give you a warm gaiter, which is gonna help you keep your feet warmer because your blood's gonna flow through your whole leg. And if it's getting cold at the upper part of the leg, it's gonna make your toes cold because they're the furthest away from your body. So La Sportiva is also using other technologies and partnering with other companies to build this boot. So they're using Vibram for the bottom of the boot, which you can see is, you can see the logo here, but it's kind of like a honeycomb shape. They're also using light base, Moreflex, and expanded EVA outsoles. Essentially just other products and companies to help provide the best boot, because you're not gonna have a company that's the best in class on everything. So they're gonna bring in technologies that they know work and they know is efficient. So these La Sportiva Olympus Mons Cube boots are technically a double boot, but to me, honestly, they almost look like a triple boot because there's different elements that go within it. So if you open up the boot, you undo all the zippers, the BOA closure system, you're gonna be able to pull out this inner sole, which is a much lighter, smaller version of like a boot inside of a boot. It's just gonna provide the thermal insulation for your foot. And then if you go even deeper, you can pull out this other smaller sock, which is like another liner, which is gonna keep your feet even more warm. So now I'm gonna try on the boot, and you can see it takes a few minutes to get it on because there's just so many layers. But once it's on, it feels really good. I mean, I was walking, kind of like jumping a little bit, going up some stairs, and when you come off of a stair, maybe like 2 or 3 steps, like you just feel like the bottom of your foot, it feels like it's almost on a cloud because there's so much protection, so much insulation. And additionally, if you look in the bottom of the shoe here, you can see that kind of metallic liner at the bottom, and that's gonna help reflect the heat back into your foot and help separate the cold, icy ground from your foot. So that's another really cool feature. And that's really padded. It doesn't feel like metal or anything. It's padded and it's insulation. All right, well that about wraps it up. Thank you everyone for checking out these new Olympus Mons Cube boots by La Sportiva. I had a really good time unboxing and reviewing them, all of the little intricacies. Feel free to like and subscribe, and if you are interested in these boots or any of the other La Sportiva products, super high quality, you can find the link down in the description below. And feel free to follow me on Zach on Everest on Instagram and follow my journey. Thanks. Well, I'll see you out there.